प्रणाम। मेरी आवाज आ रही है आपको? प्रणाम आप सबको। मुझे पता नहीं यहाँ पे अगर आवाज क्लियर है कि नहीं। ये लाइव स्ट्रीम हो रहा है यूट्यूब पे, तो डायरेक्ट यूट्यूब पे भी दिखाई देगा ये। दिस इज ऑल्सो हैपनिंग इन यूट्यूब, so just give me 1 minute before I. It's clear? Okay. So I just took off the mic. Yesterday there was mic, and I think that was a problem. Okay. I'm live also on Instagram and YouTube also. Just hold on, I'm just verifying. Okay, I can see that I'm live here also. Fine. So today's topic that we have taken is liberation for people who are having bodily responsibilities. Let me just share this with a few. So I just exchanged it, not like yesterday. I'm doing it from the tab. I hope live on Instagram also is fine. If anything, please give me a feedback. I don't know. I've turned it this side upside down, but I hope it's fine. I'm very new here to Instagram, but some of them said do it on Instagram also. That's why we are doing. Okay. Thank you, Vivek. Thank you for your feedbacks, and thank you for many of you who pitch in and give feedbacks from here, there. They do the testing from here, there, and they say here also is coming, there also is coming. It's good. That's how we serve each other, help each other, rather than just coming and apna kaam ho gaya nikal liye. One secret I'm telling, one sutra. In spirituality, the more you help others, the more you think of the world, the more you benefit. The more you think of yourself, very less you'll benefit. Secret I'm telling. So, one thing to get abundant, one thing to expand whatever you want. The simple secret is do that unto the world. That's what Jesus said, do unto others what you would like them to do unto you. My guru also often said this, that if you help others attain what they want to attain, it's very easy for you to attain anything that you want to attain. It's all the same teachings. Do unto others that you wish others to do unto you. Treat others like you would like them to treat you. So if you want more of love, you must know to give that. If you want more of abundance, you must simply know to give that. कंजूसी से नहीं होता. जितना कंजूस बनते हैं उतना अध्यात्म में भी कमी मिलता है. We get very less. I have seen many people. सूत्र I'm telling. छीना झपटी करो भागो. My guru was dead against this kind of an habit where you just come and you're very ruthless in just snatching and running away. You don't care for anything, anybody. अपने से मतलब. I'm telling you, very less goes there. That's the secret. The more you are abundant, the more you are open, the more you want to just be there for others, for everybody. You know, you come to the retreats And last time, one of them burst out crying. She had come from UK, just because she got choked up, and she said, "Jacob, there's so much of love here. I mean, all these people, morning to evening, they're like family, helping each other, running around, serving each other. Somebody is sick, the other is taking care, bringing medicines, or running around, keeping awake." She was overwhelmed. I said, that's the nature of spirituality. Spirituality means first humbleness. We treat each other. कोई भाव वाव नहीं. One of my other friend also, Akhil, he comes regularly. He's from Kerala. He's a Malayali. So he also told me, I've come here for the third time, two in Tiruvannamalai, one in Kanyanad. Kanyanad, he and his wife also had come. Both are Malayalis. So here he said, every retreat I see, different kind of people. Some of them are so big shots and all that, coming from such great backgrounds. But here they are also simple and humble. They immediately adapt to their circumstances. And I don't see anybody cranky here. I say the whole credit you should give me because I filter out people. I don't allow cranky people only to come in. Attitude problem, this problem, we keep them away only. Here we want people just to be humble and equal with everybody. Little bit of I know and the attitude, we keep it aside because it's not going to work. Because we ourselves are in the service mode. Everybody. Raj Lakshmi is there, Ashok Bhai is there, Pittu the dog is there. We don't treat him like a dog. She is the most regular attendant of all the satsangs, retreats. All the 10 retreat, full attendance. She will be with us every single day in the room. And we allow. And there's no Unchi because we are following the Avadut teachings. भगवान नित्यानंदा, कुत्ता और इंसान में फर्क मत देखो. कोई भी हो, even a reptile, even a lizard is welcome. Cockroach is welcome. Until they don't trouble us, we keep them aside. But if they're not causing any harm, let them run around. What's our problem? We never treat ourselves superior to anybody. So that's the biggest. The ego has to be tamed. Actually, even if we don't, Arunachala will take care. That's what Arunachala does. And people ask me, what is the essential to come to join the retreats? I said only one requirement. Okay, let me on the recording also. Anyways, it's live, so we don't require it. But I say, they ask me what is the eligibility for retreats. I say only one thing, humility. Humbleness first, baki sab baad mein. So humility is everything. If there is no humility, there is no spirituality. There is lot for us to purge. There is lot of clutter for us to release. For that, I have to first acknowledge that I have clutter. I have dirt within. If I have attitudes, if I have so much of pride and ego, I will stop my healing. And who cares for anybody's ego and attitude? Because everybody is coming, they are going to have. If you want help, you must be in that mode of taking help. No one can go anywhere like an emperor and expect to be treated like a prince or princess with all that clutter. That's what we are doing inner child healing now. That's on Sunday. From tomorrow, it'll start. 3 days I wanted to do preparatory. I thought it's today, 3 days, but okay. That's why I thought I'll keep this satsang open. And this will be relating to a little worldliness, because every time we go hardcore on beyond the world, and I understand most of us are in that, especially many of you who come for the retreats also. I can see some of them even come with their families and all that. They're fully engaged in life. It's not that they are escapists or something, but they want to know, they want to realize, they want to get there. At the same time, they understand they have responsibilities. But these are people who will not keep giving excuses that I have responsibilities. There are so many families who have come for retreats and they still keep coming. Even the next retreat, also, families are come, tying up. Four people, five people, entire family. Leke chalo sabko saath mein. Moini ji comes from New Zealand and she ensures her husband is also there and she brings her kids also. This time she should again kids. All the kids and all will be here. Puneet Bhai and all comes. They come from North India. They come with their family and children, two kids, not even adolescents, that young. And they sit quietly there. They bring the family, no excuse. We have family responsibilities. Madhuraji wants to bring their whole family. The whole chartered accountant groups from Mumbai who arranged my satsangs there, they came with their families. And Puneet Bhai is an advocate. Again, very busy life. The High Court, Delhi. So you can see, despite their profession, despite their worldliness, whatever, one thing I can see in people is they don't compromise for the ultimate truth. And there is another group which says, "Ab thoda ruko, ab thoda kaam hai. Let me finish that." Now people might say, "No, you don't understand. Our families are not that way. We don't understand." ये दूसरा बनाना. Where there is a will, there is a way. If you really want it, you can have. Anyways, I'm not forcing anybody to get into that mode of vairagya and all that. Okay. And those who are on Zoom, please stay on Zoom, because 10:30 I want to do a meditation with all of you. Half an hour before you go to sleep. Only on Zoom I'll be doing, so not on live. On live we don't do these practices. If you like to do these practices, you can join Zoom, shiftingintoawareness.com/Zoom, join, and you will get the links on your WhatsApp. That's how we do. There's a protocol, strict protocol. Will not do any of these practices like, but yeah, satsang we can do. We can talk about it. So, couple of things I just want to share with all of you. One is, I do understand we have families. We have our responsibility, whatever that responsibility. Some people are taking care of the old, some are taking care of the sick, and some are taking care of the little ones, and all those things. It's there. So that's definitely your moral responsibility. There are also people who tell me later, why did I get stuck in this? Now, I'm not telling you should get stuck in this, but the various facets of spirituality, practical spirituality. Some say, why did I get into all this only? But it's too late. Okay, fine. Like the other day, somebody from US, she wrote and told me that, she lost her child 7 years back and she was in very bad shape for a long time. And she says it took her 7 years to realize that what was taken away from her was a blessing indeed. Now, this is spiritual maturity. Because she says now, if she understands and looks at that whole scenario and sees that if there was an extra responsibility, she couldn't have handled it. It would have been very difficult. But now things are so beautiful. And now she understands it's a blessing. So, how many of us can actually accept that whatever happens to us, good, bad, ugly, is a blessing? It is only when you see the higher nature, the higher self, the divinity, working its own way, which I call as divine will, come to know everything is okay. No complaint. Yesterday, what we discussed, which my guru said, हर हाल में खुश, or he says, जो शिव आ गया जिस विधि राखे उस विधि रहिए, तेरी रजा में मेरी रजा. That is a state where everything is okay. Everything is fine. The opposite of everything is okay, everything is fine, teri raza mein meri raza, divine will is free will, my will. Which works in the start, free will only works. Till we have strong egos, still we have the aham of I am in control of my life, I am in control of the whole life around me. Till then, free will plays a very good role. Sooner or later, we understand that this free will also is dominated by divine will. It's like we have been scammed. Like it's a scam. Free will is a scam. That is why Nisargadatta Maharaj and all says free will is a joke. But we cannot talk about it right now because many of us will be jolted. Even the Guru doesn't talk about it because there can be many repercussions. One is you might say, oh, it's all God's will, but my buddhi is not yet developed. And then I get this gyan like everything is God's will. Nothing is in my will. So I leave everything and I sit. I don't work. I'm not active in anything. I don't pursue what I'm supposed to do here. I don't care about my responsibilities. Nothing. I have a very good excuse now. Everything is divine will. Dangerous. When wisdom comes beforehand, it's dangerous. That is what I want to tell in today's satsang. Higher truths are there, deeper truths are there, all fantastic. But if it comes beforehand, it's dangerous. That is one reason we do it all internally. And I doubly check who's doing it, especially the retreats. I must somewhere be assured that there is a sense of stability in that person. It's not an escapism. I do not encourage escapism. Because we must understand beforehand, if anything happens, if anything comes to you, before maturity, it can create problems. See, that is where even the Guru cannot be understood. Because we always take the teachings from the Guru depending on our vasanas. As I told yesterday very clearly, even we project that to gods. We catch only that which is suitable for us, and that which is not, we will even manipulate it. That's how the whole scriptures have been manipulated. Religions have been manipulated according to their will. Anything you can do. किशन ने कहा अर्जुन से ना प्यार जता दुश्मन से युद्ध कर. Don't spare the enemy, Krishna said to Arjuna, kill him. He never said that. My vasana. So I take the name of God and do anything. Same way, I can take the name of Guru and do anything. I can take the name of scriptures and do anything. That is why the intellect has to be sharpened. That is why these practices to sharpen the buddhi. That is why even Lord Shiva knows that these things cannot be handled properly. So he says, you play around first with the things, play around with those textbooks, small subjects. Karma kand is for that. You cannot fathom the nature of formlessness. So you go with a form, catch a form, start with worship, start with prayers, do all those little things. Get a good grip and deepen. And as you deepen, your intellect will be purified. Nirmalman. When the intellect is purified, you will start understanding things deeper. And then when the right thing comes, you will know how to handle it. So that's maturity. pure mature. That is why we are talking about Nirmal Man, Nirmal Man, Nirmal Man. Then only you will have Nischal Man. Purify, purify, purify. How do I purify? All these practices are meant for purification. All these practices. All the paths are meant for purification only. There's no path that is wrong. या कोई path बड़ा है छोटा है, nothing बड़ा छोटा कुछ नहीं है. I am only talking depth in every path, and what lies beyond what you can see in every path, it is there. In every religion it is there. But because the buddhi is not developed, we cannot go beyond a certain point. We'll go and stop there. Like for example, my guru used to say, you are the creator of your own destiny. I love this. Why? The ego. I want to control my life. I'll do anything that I want. But then often he whispered some higher truths also. He said, समय से पहले और हक से ज्यादा किसी को कुछ नहीं मिलता. Before time and more than your worth, what you're supposed to, what you then more than you what you deserve, you won't get. Before time you won't get, and more than what you deserve, you won't get. Means prarabdha. Karma is playing, and accordingly, timely you will get it. Before time, you cannot get it. You cannot say. And who says this? The one who's saying you are the creator of your own destiny. It might seem contradictory and conflicting. It is not. One teaching is for somebody, the other teaching is for somebody else. Simple. So why have we not heard these kind of teachings? Because palle hi nahi padega. I am trying to only grasp what I like. So I'll grasp that. And demand and supply. If 98% of the people who are sitting can understand that language, that is the language even the masters speak. And if 2% is sitting there, 2 hints. For them, it's enough. That's what they want. That 2%, there are people I know because I was one of them. I was least bothered in all these things. पहले से interest नहीं, कर्म कांड ये सब. I can't get it only. So I sit there and I'm just absorbed in the consciousness, the energies, the awareness. I always practice awareness with my master. And he reciprocated. Probably that's how I learned. Because awareness is very sukshma tattva. It works from your buddhi. You don't apply logic, you don't apply your mind, you don't need mind ego all the time to do this, do that. You simply are sitting there being. So there are few percentage of such people also. But due to the larger percentage, the catering is often that. So here I'm reversing the whole process. Here you'll see very little crowd, but catering to the highest truths. Just bombarding with Shambhopaya. Shambhopaya is the highest method. But these are again selectively those whose chitta is settled down. Nischala Tattva is activated. I've not done it or anything. Their own karma, their own journey, they are ready for it. They come. And there are many who have not even gone to any paths, not gone to any guru, not read anything, but they are activated. They can just be. Last retreat you saw. Some of them who don't know anything. Hardly they'll talk. Hardly they are into worldliness. And young, 25, 26-year-old. And that too in the IT profession. Chalo. Now, can you see? Nobody is shooting off their goals and saying, I'm not going to work. No, that girl who came there from Hyderabad, completely silent girl. You can't take out words from her mouth. She will simply not talk. Not that she is naive or something like that. She's simply not interested in extracurricular activities. Now that has happened to her. She has not made herself that. तप नहीं किया. हिमालय पे जाके एक बार पांव पे नहीं रुकी थी. पूर्व जन्म संस्कारस. Many have had multiple gurus, multiple paths, multiple tapas have done in the previous one. That is why you ripen and come here in this janma and you get what you deserve timely. Before time, nobody gets anything. When the time is right, it will automatically happen. No, and nobody can stop. कभी ये मत सोचना कि systems can stop anybody. कभी ये मत सोचना if there are no systems to teach, what will happen? Don't worry. जो सृष्टि चलाता है वो सब चलाता है. The one who ordains the whole world can take care of everything. You know, the one who can listen to the trinklets on the feet of an ant. मतलब चींटी के पैरों के घुंघरू भी सुन लेता है वो. और हमारा चीखना चिल्लाना नहीं सुनेगा. Everything is taken care of, but timely. Everything works timely because of the cause and effect. Cause and effect. So if everything is running on time, and if I have to get when I have to get, where is the worry? Where is the tension? Where is the planning? Where is the hurry? Worry or hurry? So if I'm in Grahastha, if I have worldly responsibilities, great. So who's hurrying? Who wants what? Why do we want to speeden up everything? Why do I have jaldi jaldi mere bacche bade hone? And somehow all this mess, let me get out of it. Why? You can't get out of it. If you or me, anybody could have got out of our situations, then the law of karma is not applicable. It has no value. If I am really the creator of my own destiny, then what I'll do is manmani karo. I'll do any nonsense that I want in my life. And when the time comes for the fruit of that action, I take destiny in my whole hands and clear it up. इससे cunning plan और क्या हो सकता है? It doesn't go that way. So what do we have in hand here if life is running that way? If things are not favorable, you favor yourself. That is what is being taught here. Simple. How to favor yourself, your own journey. How not to become a hurdle to your own journey. Why do we have to stop? Why do we have to postpone? Who are we to stop and postpone if everything is happening on its time? Let it happen. So if I'm having an urge to sit and deeply meditate while I'm in the family, who's stopping? Why should I put my logic and say, no, I will not meditate now? Or I'll not go deeper now. Let me finish my whole responsibilities and then come. कुछ पता नहीं है भाई साहब कब लुढ़क जाएंगे. Another 10 years, let me say, oh, another 10 seconds, you don't know if you will be there or no. Another 10 years, बहुत long term plans. Human ego. And पूरा विश्वास के साथ, धैर्य के साथ ऐसा ही होने वाला. And here there are mystics talking, don't waste time. Be cautious, be aware all the time. Don't lose this opportunity. That is why Tulsidas ji said, बड़े भाग मनुष्य तन पावा. It's a great privilege to have a human body. So I have human body, I have other responsibilities also. Yes, that also is my karma, this also is my karma. Both come. I have not done only papa so that I get all the problems. No. Many people say that, what a life this is. So much of headaches and so much of miseries. I'm suffering so much. Sorry, it got disconnected. I hope it's back. Yeah. So we don't really know. And we need not know also. This knowing is a big problem because all those who are trying to know are the people who are living in the future. Overthink. They can never be in the present and they lose their present. बाल पकते जाते हैं. Hair is graying. One day we see, oh, little more graying, little more graying. Time निकलते जा रहा है. And more worries in loop now. ये भी नहीं हो रहा, वो भी नहीं हो रहा, time भी निकलते जा रहा है. So many people tell me this. वक्त निकलते जा रहा है. Frustration. I'm growing old. And I say, so what? Do it. No, no, अभी वो इच्छाएं, वो भी है ना इच्छाएं, desires. One girl, my here only local, my friend, both husband and wife are both of my friends. So I get to see the best of both worlds from both sides. So she was telling me, Jack, I'm I'm frustrated. I said, why? Your friend is not doing anything. I said, what he has to do? Are so much. We have a child and he has to take care of this, that. He's not doing. I asked him to do these repairs, he's not interested now. He's selling no money. I asked him to change the car and get a newer one. He said no. I said, ये फिजूल के है तुम्हारे? I thought it was something really this. Jack, you don't understand. He is so busy in his work, we are not even gone for a holiday. Past it's almost 5 years, we have not gone anywhere. I said, the other day I saw you all taking the car and, oh, idhar hi gaye the Goa. We just went to Goa. I said, what more do you want? I am asking him to go out of the country. Now I came to know why my friend comes to me and says, Jack, can we just spend some evening time and have tea? बेचारा 1 घंटा बैठ के जाता है मेरे से, कुछ बोलता नहीं. He doesn't talk anything. What is there to tell? Once. Okay, there was a disconnect here also. And Instagram. So she's again and again complaining on that. What to do? I said, what to understand, I don't know whom to understand. And say, you don't understand. Look at my hair. It's growing old. I'm growing old. When in my old age am I going to do all this? So many things. And my other friend, the husband, he's glad to grow old. He's very, very glad. Because he just wants to get rid of the whole life. He's like fed up of life. Jitna jaldi beete acha. So these are our confusions. One is trying to be spiritual, one is running towards the worldliness. Both have their own problems. Both are not at peace. ये अभी हुआ नहीं है. So here what we need to practically understand is, what are we trying actually to gain? I am surely telling we are not trying to gain sannyas here. Why are we thinking we are all trying to gain sannyas? Vairagya. Who's asking to drop everything? Who's asking to stop your families? Who's asking not to work? Nobody's saying that. We are essentially talking only here in shifting into awareness. I'm talking only on one thing, Jivana Mukta state. I tell Goli Maro Moksha. I've told this many times. Shoot that liberation, Mukti, blah, 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 whatever. I am telling, just keep your eye on becoming free, Jivan Mukta, liberated while being in the body. That is what the example is. That is what Bhagavan Ram was taught. What more perfect example do we need? A man who has a wife, two kids, the kingdom, politics, and hell lot of problems in life. Start to end. What more best example do you need? And this person called Ram, right from childhood, he was a troubled person. He never had peace of mind, even in his childhood. His whole childhood went that way. He went into depression, so many things. He had suicidal tendencies. Now tell me, where is the difference between you and me and Ram? Ram is an example. Ram never came to be treated as God. His message was not build temple for me. His message was not you worship me and break coconuts in front of my image. His message was follow what I did and do become that. What did he do? He took care of his family responsibilities. He took care of his work. He took care of whatever problems came into him. How did he take care? He attained the state of Jivan Mukta. His guru taught him how to become free while you are in the body. Jivan, while you are alive in the body. I'm not talking about Videha Mukta, where you are in the body, but you lose all your consciousness with the body, with people, avaduts. Nobody is asking anybody to become an avadut. And you cannot become an avadut. Anybody who tries to become an avadut will fail. You cannot. Avadut is a city that happens. You can only take care of certain things in life, and then those states come. Even Jivan Mukta are states that will just come if you just take care of certain things in life. So, here, what are we essentially trying to take care of? We are only trying to take care of not being overwhelmed and over obsessed with the world. That's it. You have a family, but you need not be over obsessed with it. You can have money, but you need not have over obsessed with it. You can have all the name, fame, everything, but there's no need to be attached and engrossed in it, entangled in it. Jamela. That is where the problem is. For a sannyasi or a grahastha, these challenges are the same only. Whether you are in the world or out of the world, challenges are there. So, practical spirituality simply means getting rid of these obsession that you have below a certain level that turns into something called moha. Moha has to be taken care of even in grass, okay? You cannot say, no, no, right now, let me enjoy grahastha. When I'm in the vanaprastha, I'll take care. You cannot take care if you have not taken care of it right now. Don't expect that. It is just like saying, why should I chant Ram or Krishna or Shiva right now? Or Jesus or Nanak right now? When I die, I'll do that. And you can't do that while you're dying. Because what you have been living your whole life, that only comes out, comes up, surfaces up while you're leaving your body. You become that what you think all day and do all day. So you cannot postpone enlightenment in the name of responsibility. Now, coming straight to I have a lot of responsibilities, but there are these wisdoms, tattvas. So many type are there. Especially the wisdom that you get here, shifting into awareness, these platforms is very deep and very high and in the final stages. It is sannyas. It is not grahastha, it is not even vanaprastha, it is straight sannyas. And sannyas means what? We have another wrong notion. Oh, sannyas means for sannyasis. No, my dear one. Grahasthas also go into sannyas. Let me correct that. If you call yourself in the Varnashram is the four ashrams: Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. If you call yourself in these four, then you are transitioning. Please understand. Just calling yourself Grahastha will not do, because Grahast के बाद भी Vanaprastha है, Vanaprastha के बाद Sannyas है. There are these ashrams. And while you are in the family only, this has to happen. Do you get that? My guru gave the example of Grahastha. Everybody copied it. Oh, we will live like it. But now he's entered into Vanaprastha. How many of him us can copy that? नहीं, वो नहीं होगा. I told you no. We cast the teachings of the Guru according to our vasanas. फिल्टर कर लो और जो अच्छा नहीं लगे उसको फेंक दो, देखना भी नहीं होगा. ऐसे करके चिदाकाश गीता धूल चाट रही है सबके घर में, फ्री कॉपीज. And when I'm charging for my course 50 plus hours, they tell you have to put it free of cost. I told them, because they told we are from the lineage of Bhagavan Nityananda. I know, we know nobody charges for this. I told, I just want to know what has happened to the free copies of Chidakasha that you were getting all these days, years. चाट रहे हैं ना धूल. चार पन्ने तो पढ़े, 4 pages तो पढ़े, छोड़ो पूरा छोड़ो. 4 pages at least, 5 first 5 at least verses. भेजे में घुस तो नहीं घुसा, उसलिए उसको साइड में रख दिया. हम फोकट का ही ज्ञान देंगे. जन्म अगले 20 जन्म आओ, फोकट से देखने देखो, नहीं मिलेगा. Pocket means the price. You have to have interest in that. You need to sit with that. First, you need to invest your time and energy first. Then even आगे की बात. Even if you get a free ज्ञान also, do you have the capacity and interest for it? Then काहे को ये डिंडोरा पिटना? So we catch that only. Chidakash Gita. Bhagwan Nityananda told 4-5 things. शुद्ध मन, शुद्ध भावना, निर्मल मन, निश्चल मन, विशाल मन. लास्ट वाला नहीं बोलेंगे. और एक बोला उन्होंने पंचतत्व. वो क्या है? वो अभी नहीं. He said सब मिट्टी है. All is dust. All is dust. So the dust पकड़ रही है चिदाकाश गीता. सब मिट्टी है, चिदाकाश गीता भी मिट्टी है, मिट्टी में ही जाएगी. Same way, everybody copied the Guru. He is a Grahastha. Now he is entered into Vanaprastha. Vanaprastha means what? 70 to 80% you have pulled back. You are in your own space. You are preparing for sannyasa, complete renunciation, while being in the family. But you cannot complain, because now you cannot say anything else, because whole life you have completely taken care of all your responsibilities. Whatever you had to do, you did it 100%. But now, as you age, as you mature, as you ripen, you are moving into a zone where you are going to end this zone of life. Just like every one of us make all the kind of plannings, investments, mutual investments and LICs and so share market and land investment and gold investment and all those things we do. किसके लिए? A time comes when I'll have to retire. Same way, my dear ones, there is spiritual retirement also. There is something called grahastha retirement also. नहीं, हम मरते दम तक ग्रस्त रहेंगे. I will die a grast. My Vasana says that. Why? No, because I'm in grast ashram. Now justified. Arey, but you are so much fan following of your guru. You're a fan. Look at your idol. Responsibility taken care of everything, and then the time comes, pull back. Pull back and prepare in silence. More of silence, more of being. Doing has reduced. Grahastha is doing. Vanaprastha is 75 to 80% withdrawal and only 20% or 15% involvement, because in the transition phase, you're taking care, things are okay. So when you are moving away from the family, you have taken care of everything. There a time comes where you are withdrawing, but you are still available to them, but not like before. Now you are more in your space, but you are ensuring at the same time that nothing goes wrong because of your pulling back. So by this time, what happens is, if you are doing your vanaprastha properly, people get used to. They understand it. You also understand it from this side. Your people also will understand from that side. And by the time your vanaprastha is over, complete sannyasa you take, nobody cares for you. Nobody is bothered. कोई miss भी नहीं करेगा. Now you will miss them. हुआ ना? Systematic. This is varnashram. Very systematic. But I don't see it anywhere. Only grahastha, 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 grahastha. Grahastha is bhoga. So if you plan it systematically, if you are a great planner, if you like planning only, then plan it. Everything you have planned. This also you plan it systematically. Half your headache will go. You will never feel guilty. Also, nahi ho raha. It's not happening. Now you'll okay. Whatever you justified, whatever is in your hand, you're doing. Okay, I have got responsibility. Okay, I'm involved in it. How much am I involved? 80% as a grasp, I'm involved. 20% keep for your spiritual space. Go on increasing that little by little, so that that difference is not felt by you or your loved ones. Slowly, as you increase it, the gaps, if it increases, your withdrawals, if it increases, your own practices, if it increases, your silence, if it increases, gradually, sahaj pake so meetha, it will not be felt. It is much more better than saying tonight, whole night, it's a Shivaratri or a Diwali night, and I'm going to meditate like a sannyasi, never before. The morning, I am a stranger in my own house. Doesn't make sense. So sometimes we get this intensity. I want to just go into it, like, who cares? Now, how do I know if it is right or wrong? It's nothing. Simply observe. Stop being a doer and you'll understand. Is it naturally happening to you? Then fine. Because if it is naturally bound to happen, it is your prarabdha. I told you, no one can stop it. Everything is unfolding in its own time and space. No one can stop it. I explained this multiple times before. No one can stop your birth, no one can stop your death. Can you? Even you cannot. We were thrown here into this planet without any knowledge. We came here. After a couple of years of growing only, we came to know something. Same way, when we exit also is that way. Nobody cares. So why can't I live my life also understanding this? Ki life happens. Life is not done. Death is not done. Birth is not done. It's just happening. So if you get the fundamentals of life, it's very easy. If I don't get these things, then it is a burden, because first of all, it is an obligation for me. Family and responsibilities can be an obligation, and even spirituality can be an obligation. Sometimes you are just guilty. Everybody is running, everybody is doing something. मैं ही नहीं कर रहा. I'm not doing spirituality. I have to do. Like that formalities in religious houses. You don't go to church, you don't go to temple and all that, and once in a month or once in a week they say हफ्ते में एक बार तो जाओ. Go at least on a Sunday, go on a Tuesday. You don't go to temple at all. And sometimes parents can be very harsh. You have to go or come with me. It's a Tuesday, we'll go. It's a Saturday, we'll go. It's a Sunday, we'll go. What are you doing? Training my children. Training to be what? To be religious. और यही बच्चे थोड़ा ज्यादा करते बाद में. इंटरेस्ट आ गया, रोज रोज आने लग गए सत्संग को, भजन को, संकीर्तन को. ए व्हाट आर यू डूइंग? मम्मा यू ओनली टोल्ड मी टू. अरे रोज रोज नहीं जाते. So these are the conflicts that we live in. We want something and we don't want it also. इसलिए we are confused. इसलिए we should have first clarity about the fundamentals of spirituality. If you just know the roadmap, why have you been born? And what am I doing with my life? Is it anything sensible that I'm doing here? If it is sensible, fine. What is the definition of sensible? Whatever you do in the world, it gives you peace, content, khatam. That's spirituality. You are blissful, you are prasannachit, you are happy, you are peaceful. Nobody can press your buttons. Nobody has the privilege to do that. Nobody can change your mood without your own permission. You refuse to be sorrowful and gloomy or happy. You just want to be happy all the time. You create situations, you create and you develop a mind, you bring up your life and conscious energy in such a manner that life is blissful. That's spirituality. Khatam. There's nothing more. That's it. So just if you get that much fundamentals, and who can be Prasanjit? One who is Mukta. So the whole aim is to live in the body and not refuse this and not refuse that, or try to dodge this or plan this and do this and don't do that. Nothing of that sort. Where you are, how you are, accept yourself the way you are, accept the situations the way they are. Khatam. That is the first mukti you will get. The whole conflict lies when I'm constantly trying to change my situation and I'm constantly trying to change me. All my friends are going spiritual. Every Sunday they go to satsangs, they do bhajans, they do meditation, and I'm not able to go. So I'm telling you, train yourself to be meditative. Tension ही नहीं है. किसको चाहिए वो आधा घंटा एक घंटे का meditation? नशा. Who wants it? Intoxication. Because I've seen all the intoxicated people change होते नहीं. Years pass, transformation नहीं होता. वही का वही दुखड़ा, वही फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड, वही पर्सपेक्टिव, वही भजन, वही टीचिंग्स उधर ही लटके हैं. Nothing further has happened. Still there is a striving. I have to do it on morning 1 hour. Otherwise, I will not get peace of mind. I have to do it before sleep. Otherwise, something will go wrong in my mind or in my life. And constantly it is going wrong only. And the more it goes wrong, the more they will get into hard meditation. करना है अभी. Problem 2 hours I'll do 1 hour, and the 2 hours will be suffering, torture. जिल्लत की जिंदगी है. What kind of spirituality is this? This is all done due to obligations. I told you, anything done out of these two factors, anything done out of these two factors, greed or fear, will always cause trouble in life. It will never give you peace. It will never give you freedom. Freedom तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं मिलेगा. Anything that you do out of greed and fear, even वो गुरु भक्ति पे रहने, मुक्ति नहीं मिलेगा. You will get all other side effects, but you will not get. कोई भी इष्ट की भी पूजा समझो, भय से या लोभ से, out of fear or greed, anything that you do in life will not get. Similarly, the practices also. This practice, that practice, this retreat, that webinar. If you are doing it out of some greed or fear, it will not serve the purpose. Simple fundamentals I'm telling you. How to become liberated even while being in the family, in the world. You can be liberated. What else is Bhagavad Gita, my dear? All of Bhagavad Gita is what? So, like I told you, the Guru also gives teachings to two kind of people. There are always these two categories. One is worldly, one is spiritual. Guaranteed. Both have great market. I have found market in between. I cater to the between, in transition mode वाले. There's good market because वहां भी competition नहीं है, अभी नहीं है. Now since I reveal there might be competition, वो बात अलग है. These two extremes are there, and these two extremes go mad. One loses balance in spirituality, one loses balance in Maya, Sansara. Completely this side or that side. That is why we are talking about transition. The whole life, it's not that you cannot be spiritual. You have to be. If you see Varnashram, it is moving from worldliness. Then by the time it comes to Grahastha, it is coming to 70-80% worldliness, 20-30% spirituality. Then that will start changing ratio. Then it becomes 50-50. By the time you are in Vanaprastha, 70-80% is spiritual, 20-30% is worldly. By the time you enter into sannyas, 100% it is spiritual. One transition, this is how it goes. But while you are somewhere in the middle, your journey is somewhere here, and then you aim for any of these extreme ends, you'll go mad. That is what I'm telling. Sahaj pake so meetha. Whatever fruit ripens on its own naturally, that is sweet. Sahaj pake so meetha. So there is no need to rush for either ends. Either end also is madness. We go to totally in the world also, it's madness. Totally into spirituality also, it's madness when you're not ready. Until you have not structured your mind, your energies, your consciousness has not become that of a sannyas, vairagi, yet it has not developed. And then you try to jump into that, it will be chaos. That is why many people have problems when they try to do that. Escapism, you can see somebody is still here and they want to go into the cave. They want to run into the jungle. They want to go to the ashram. And mithya hai. Grass is greener on the other side. Somebody is in the world, they feel always it is very green in the ashram. Go and come, you'll come to know. When you go there, you'll say, no, grass is greener here. You have to go. घर में बैठ के spirituality नहीं होता. Go and experience the world. You have to experience. That's compulsory. Experience counts. Experience does everything. So the guru actually is catering to a large crowd. All the masters of all the paths have these challenges, but they do it very intelligently. That is why they are masters. They have mastery on handling people in the right way. So they take care of it. Mature masters. I'm not talking about the modern masters. Modern masters all screw it up. I'm talking about the old mature masters who have raw from, they have earned it through their experience. New masters are all copy paste, born with golden spoon in their mouths. A rich man's child cannot know the value of wealth until that person goes into the world and has to slog for it. We all know that. So that's why I'm talking. I'm talking about the real old ones who have toiled through it. They are real masters, mastery. And that is how they very diligently apply the teachings. Where and how. My master, for example, he knew I am beyond all these states. No, at that time I didn't know. I am often wondering why these things are not happening to me. Why can't I relate to Karma Kanda? Why can't I do this Patha? Why can't I do all these things? Why can't I look at the picture of Shiva and Parvati and feel glorious? Not happening only. Couldn't understand. Later I understood it's normal because my master always made me feel very comfortable. People made me feel very uncomfortable out of the, you have come from out. But he was like, okay. And I'll vouch and tell my master never talked to me about Shiva, Parvati, Ganesha, Hanuman. Never. He only spoke consciousness, divine father and mother, energy, Chaitanya. These words only. He was very careful with that. Making people comfortable because it's not. So that's a very beautiful balance to know what to do. That we must get that in our life. I must know when am I ready for it, when I am not ready for it. I must understand if I'm having a Dvait Bhava, okay, that's fine. But I should not be fanatic about it and say this is the end. No, for that I am giving these talks. So people awaken and say, oh, we never knew this. There's something like this. Shiva telling to give up all these things. What the hell? And I was thinking he told everything to do this. Yes, he told that also, he told this also. Now you'll understand what I'm trying to tell. The master is telling this also, the master is telling that also. You are the creator also, he tells. Then he tells before time and before what you deserve, more than what you deserve, you'll not get. And here he tells anything you can get. Two kind of people. So before you mature into that state of understanding everything is beautifully unwinding, why am I breaking my head into it? And that life teaches us. Life is the Mahaguru. Slowly it will teach us. Nahi boss, tumhara nahi chale. But the day you realize, you will give up all that stuff. Give up not in frustration and despondency and suicidal thoughts ke sath give up nahi. Maturely, you will pull back. And that maturity means you will realize that if I handle my life, I can make it crappy. Punarapi janmam, punarapi maranam. But if that divine will takes over, it's beautiful. He knows. Now I am understanding he is much intelligent than me. इससे पहले क्या था? मेरे से शाना कोई नहीं. मैं ही अपना रचयिता. मैं ही सब कुछ. नाउ आई अंडरस्टैंड नहीं भाई. मैं नहीं. वो जिसने मुझे बनाया होगा वो कैसे होगा? The one who created me, how intelligent must that be? If this one is so intelligent, so cunning, so much subtle also, and this one doesn't know ABCD of how this is created, the science of how the body is created. This Shana, this intelligent, if I have to make another body, can I make it? I cannot make a blood vessel. Can I make a patch of the skin at least? Can I make a eyelid? What is this? Eyelash. Can I make this? What am I then? What intelligence tells Shana? What do I think I can handle? Every inch of my body is a miracle in itself. So the one who made it, how intelligent must that be? When you realize this, one day you will realize. When you realize that, you just give up. Okay. Then what do? I simply enjoy life the way it is. I came down for an experience and I got into trouble. Now, when I get into trouble, I'm not going to blame him because I wish to play the game. I set out. If you say to your parents or your family members, no, I want to go to Honolulu, they say, don't go there. No, I want to go. And let's say you face whatever hurdles. Can you blame now your home people because of them? You can't, because you took the decision to set out on that adventure. Now, whatever good comes or bad comes, ugly comes, is part of your journey. You have to bear with it with a smile if you are intelligent. This much, if you understand what has happened, divine will. तेरी रजा में मेरी रजा इसको कहते, जो शिव आ गया इसको कहते, जिस विधि राखे उस विधि रहिए इसको कहते हैं. When you come to this state, there is nothing to worry about. There is nothing to hurry about. So when I say, or when we are talking here, the way I am is all okay, everything is okay. हुआ कि नहीं मैं मुक्त? I am gaining freedom here only. Freedom from all kind of control that I'm trying to do and the suffering that is coming from there. So when you start getting glimpses, when I don't do anything, I'm enjoying. When I do something, बात का बतंगड़ बन जाता है. You must observe and see. You now also sit and observe. Wherever you put your hand, किया कि नहीं गड़बड़? Including this Janma. तो ये गड़बड़ करने वाला ही creature है. That we have to understand somewhere or the other. The day we understand it, we are free. And then there's nothing to do. Because the whole attempt of do this sadhana, do that practice is to come to this state only, my dear. All these teachings, all these paths, what are they trying to do? They're simply trying to make you silent. And they're simply trying to make you non-doing. Isn't it? Just check it out and see. All the paths are simply trying to make you nischala. Because in that nischala, you will get paramasukha, you will get paramananda, you will get tripti, contentment, and everything you achieve there. So to get those Sachidananda, Paramananda, or that state of contentment, peace, Paramasukha, all that, see, only one tattva is needed, Nischalta. Chanchalta band hoke jab nischal hoye, many of you who are doing the practice can see whenever you are nischal, what bliss it is. No tension, no worries, no past, no future, nothing is there. You are in the present, free. Whenever you are in that awareness, you are free. Whenever you are not in awareness, you are caught. So now people are understanding, oh, this is freedom. Yeah, Nischalta is freedom. From Nischalta only everything unwinds. So all these paths are only trying to make you that. If you get this, you will simply go straight to it. If you don't get it, what you will do is you will put your hand in everything that makes you chanchal, and then you will run for therapies. You will go and do everything to make you nischal. Mantra jap karo, tantra karo, yantra karo, तीर्थ यात्रा करो, you will do everything. I say, I have suffering, but you will not stop that meddling. Simple sutra I'm done. If I stop my fidgeting, 80% of the work is done. Don't create nonsense. You don't have to sit with that nonsense. And then washing it. That here what we do is, We jump into the gutter, we get dirty, and then we buy tons of detergents and water and time and energy. Everything is needed, investment. But we never ask, why am I jumping into that? For that, you need awareness. For that, you need maturity. Not everybody can do that. Why? Because Prarabdha is playing its play that way. See, everybody will not get this. It's not that you do it live and share it to people, they will understand. No. Now also, how many will watch this? These kind of life. They don't like all these kind of things. Even if I do like, even if it's not meant to be, because until your prarabdha is ripened and until your punya vasana does not activate, it will not make you move towards sadvasana. It will keep you away, something or the other. It will keep you away so that you continue to reap the prarabdha of that papa karma and continue reeling down. That is why I'm telling we must become aware of this sadvasana. Sunday meditation, what we did in the free webinar. Gratefulness that I have today this opportunity. So grateful I am that I have this opportunity. A part of my papa punya only is activated so that the negativity can be negated. So everything is proper balance, nothing that is imbalance. There is little bit of this and little bit of that also. Why am I complaining only about the negativity? I'm not watching my positivity. I'm not watching what is keeping me afloat despite all this nonsense in life. Something is keeping me afloat. The moment you notice that, you'll see how blessed I am. Then you'll forget all the complaints in life. We have been given abundantly everything by the divine. किस चीज की कमी है अपने को? If you want to know how privileged you are not, look at the underprivileged. Always, whenever you complain in life, just observe and become aware of all the people who do not have the privilege of what you have. Everything has been given, but we are not at peace. Greedy. And that is called ungratefulness to the Param Tattva. Not grateful. Always in the complaint. Always we will see negativity everywhere. We cannot train ourselves to see positivity. Complaint. Everything complaint. Everything what is wrong, first we'll catch that. I'm telling, change that dirty habit and make it. See always good. And if you see negative, forget it. Ignore it. Just like how you have been ignoring positivity of people. Nice thing people do, nice things so many happen in my life. I don't talk about it. One small thing happens, I'll make a huge mountain out of a molehill. So whenever I do that, I'm simply giving a message to the divine. I don't deserve this. And whatever you don't acknowledge in life will be taken away from you. Remember this. Whatever you don't own gratitude for will be taken away by, it's not koi dhamki de raha hai. You better be grateful. It's not like that. It's your energies, your consciousness, the complainer. The complainer will only create complaints in life. Never have peace in mind. So the mystic, the master also knows how to deal with this. Now take the example of Lord Krishna. All that he is telling here is to be free of doership, isn't it? Bhagavad Gita is what? He's simply telling you are not doing, I'm doing it. Khatam. That is Bhagavad Gita. But in so many ways he has to tell, फिर भी पल्ला नहीं पड़ा. ना अर्जुन को पल्ला पड़ा, ना हमको. So there are this kind of attitude, this kind of mentalities in the society also, who will not understand despite 1,000 avatars also come right in front of them and spend times in the battlefield also and write loads of teachings also, even show the Virat Swarup also, but still they will not understand. Mand buddhi. On the other end, the buddhi jiska develop हुआ intellect, they don't need chamatkars. Through their buddhi, they will know sat kya hai, asat kya hai, what is real, what is unreal. They don't need Krishna to come and prove. The same Krishna also gave according to capability. That is what we are coming to today's satsang. We receive according to capability. So there is nothing to hurry. I understand only these many things. Only do that which you understand. I am not understanding Devi Kalutra. Don't do it. Nobody is forcing. So all these are not taught that you are telling, we are telling, leave everything and become this. No way. You got it wrong then. Here we are seeing the whole life structure and just understanding where am I standing. If I am standing in that zone, when I'm done with everything, maturity, naturally it's happening, go for it. If I'm competitively trying to go there, don't go for it. सब जा रहे मैं भी जाऊं या हम किसी से कम नहीं मैं भी कम नहीं. So all this mad craze behind the higher level is all this only. I've seen all mand only running towards fourth level, fifth level, sixth level kind of practices. क्या पल्ले पड़ेगा कुछ नहीं पड़ेगा हानि होगा. These are all very deep practices. Okay, even in Shiva Sutras, what we are telling, these all Shambhopaya methods. That is why you sit. Even if you sit and you contemplate, also your body will start giving trouble. Your mind will start giving trouble because it's impure. Impurity बहुत है, मल बहुत है. Energy cannot rise, Kundalini cannot rise, and chuk ke bhi, if you sit in deep satsangs and chad gaya, you'll have problems. That is why people fall sick. Why is it said not to handle Kundalini if you are not knowing anything about it? Same thing. If I'm not ready before maturity, samay se pehle, it will create a problem. So there is no need to rush for anything. Even when I denied somebody for the retreat, how can you refuse? Was the first message that came. I said, how cannot I refuse? You cannot do this to me. And then all the tantrum throwing and then saying, हक बनता है मेरा आपसे पूछूं, आपको भाई मानता हूं. अरे कौन सा तोप मारा है भाई मान के? यार डूइंग अ फेवर मेरे भाई मान के. When I'm telling, I know it. It will be problem. मैं नहीं, I'm capable. This is the problem. More than what you can digest in your plate, if you are looking into somebody else's plate, you are definitely going to get indigestion. So what to do? Just focus on what you can digest. Bhagavad Gita you can digest it. Don't go for Uddhav Gita. If Uddhav Gita and Bhagavad Gita were same, then Krishna would have told that to Arjuna, my dear. Why didn't he tell the Uddhav Gita to Arjuna? Because Arjuna is not yet ready for it. Arjuna is a worldly man. He has his family. He is a king. He has his dharma. He has lot of things to do there. He cannot be told the Uddhav Gita. Problem ho jayega. But Arjuna is interested. He's telling, tell me. You're my friend. You tell me. So he tells him not the complete story. So Bhagavad Gita is maintenance. He tells, do your work, but don't claim ownership for it, and the rest will be taken care of. That much you do. And that's what we are trying to say here. Jivan Mukta Sthiti. But on the other end, Uddhav was ready. And nowhere in the picture, in the whole Bhagavad Gita is there. But when Krishna is about to die, he comes there. And he says, oh Lord, you are leaving. Please give me whatever message you would like to give. Now, where was Uddhava? इतने लंबे लंबे वो सब चल रहे थे. But Uddhava was not bothered because he doesn't want that teaching of maintenance. He's gone beyond it. So he's not interested. Uddhava is meditating on his own. He knows all these teachings. He doesn't need it. But when his master is leaving, he comes and says. And that time Krishna gives him the Upadesha. The first word that he tells is, Gaur Kali Yuga is coming. Hardcore. Kali Yuga is coming. Stone Age is coming. Approaching. I am leaving. You also better leave. Will he tell this to Arjuna? Never. Arjuna he said, stay. He was running. He said, come back here. Stay. Do your work. Whatever you have to do. But Uddhava, he said, get out. I am also getting out. And he said, little karmas for you. Go on this particular hill and meditate and finish and go. It's done. And he took his Updesh. Yes, I will. Two different states. Now, is it that Uddhava got something great or nothing like that? Whatever was right for them, they got. What Uddhava got there may be freedom from more janmas. What Arjuna got, maybe not freedom from more janmas, but freedom from the weightage of doership, the freedom from creating more karmas that will add up to future lifetimes. That is the freedom he got. That is Jivan Mukta, moving towards that. So there is no need to rush in anything. Yesterday also when I put the Zoom message, I just put this. We are going into depth. Whoever wants, whoever feel aligned can come and sit. Open. It's not that everybody has to come and sit. Today also some not deep topics come. Whoever wants to come, come and sit. Whoever resonates with it, do it. So practical spirituality is simply first knowing yourself thoroughly. What is it that you are seeking? Where do you stand? And then acknowledge that. I have so many things in hand. Fantastic. Let me come to the neutrality. Let me practice this awareness. Awareness will take you there. It will simply take you there. Trust my words. You don't have to even sit worrying how. You simply keep doing this practice, you will start seeing yourself becoming Jivan Mukta. Being in the world, you are still not of the world. But that will happen very gradually, so gradually that your own people will start understanding you. They will start getting the message very clear. So you don't have to force anybody, you don't have to tame anybody. There is enough time for them to get you. See, I'm talking from my own journeys. I'm not just talking from some books. This is how I've done my whole life. Slowly, steadily, it happened. In the start, there was sudden jerk of vairagya. Oh, I want to leave everything and run to the ashram. I did that and bounced because you cannot escape the world and catapult yourself towards a place. That is what many of you may try to do in this whole thing. You might have this urge. Sometimes, if you see it is too much of problems, too much of things. I've got stuck in this. But I'm telling you, you'll start getting relief once you accept you only asked for it. You've forgotten. You asked for it, but you are denying to give yourself the complete experience of that experience that is unfinding. If you just settle down and give yourself the complete experience, you will see you're starting to enjoy that experience. And if you truly enjoy that experience, you will see that you are enjoying it, but without attachments. Slowly you're pulling. And then you'll have the satisfaction also of having done enough. So here there is no compromise on timing. We are not saying, uh, now I am very busy, so I get only morning 1 hour or evening 1 hour. So 1 hour I can do my practice. All these nonsense we are not talking. I tell you, don't even meditate. So yesterday I got a message. Yeah, how are you telling not to meditate? If we don't meditate, how can we reach there? I said, wrong crowd sometimes. Mixture हुआ तो ये problem होता है. You're trying to reveal something and something else. Somebody is not getting it. They are right from their point. If I don't meditate, how can I? If I don't worship, how can I? If I don't do bhakti towards God, how can I get closer? Because they have not understood it yet. From their point, it's correct. So they must follow that. They must follow the paths that they're following. That is why I tell people, don't leave paths and come here. I'm leaving the path and come. No, accept and understand the path, and then you'll see beauty in it. This is no doubt Gyan Marga, but this is beyond it also. Raj Yoga is meditation. Karma is service. Bhakti is devotion. Raj Yoga is meditation. Okay. Gyan is beyond meditation. Here you become meditative. कि meditation की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. But you cannot jump directly from Muladhara to here. You have to go through it. And that is the sutra I am telling you. How will I know I'm going? You just keep doing that which gives you power, that which gives you enthusiasm, which gives you inspiration, motivation, and depth, whatever that is your path. That is your path. Whatever gives you that state of completion, that is your path. Follow that, and naturally it will start rising. And as you go in that path, you will see that which you previously did will fall off. You don't have to pluck it out. If anybody is doing that, it's wrong. If I am singing bala hua hai meri mala tooti main राम भजन से छूटी, हम भी अपना माला तोड़ते हैं और तोड़े बाद में इमीडिएटली गिल्ट आ गया, हाय भगवान मैंने क्या कर दिया. Then that was not meant for you. तोड़ने गए तो मुश्किल हुआ. What does the song say? बला हुई मेरी माला टूटी. It broke. Good, it broke by itself. Does Kabir say, भला हुआ मैंने अपना माला तोड़ा? Does he say that I broke my mala? No. टूटी अपने आप. भला हुआ मेरी गगरी टूटी, मैंने तोड़ा नहीं उसको. रोज रोज पानी कौन लाएगा, चलो तोड़ दो, मुश्किल है. गिरा और टूटा, and then you see, भला छूटी, हो गया. So, Sahaj Pake So Meetha. This is very, very important. You have to come to that state of going very naturally, going very stably, going very much at ease. And I'm telling you, you can use the practices of awareness to become simply aware. And more than this meditation, morning 1 hour, this 1 hour, do this. If you are interested, do it. If you like reading the patas, mantras, do it. If that gives you joy, happiness, do it. That's your path. But if it is not, find out what gives you that. I'm still not saying this will give you. This might still not give you. Maybe something else gives you. Find out, just do that. That is meant to be your path. And if you still are feeling, no, I don't understand the marga, do that course. Upadesaram. You will get right from start till where you go. Step by step, it has been explained. So confusions will go. So day ones, have clarity on this path, and that clarity is your first step to freedom. Things are so clear that you have started getting the glimpses of that freedom. Okay, if anybody has any questions, I'll quickly answer and then. How to get rid of this obsession of wanting a companion or wanting to belong to someone. I am tired of this obsession as it's causing pain and suffering. I can see it from the ego and for the ego, and it's still not going right. See, this is a very natural feeling for most of the humans. It's nothing wrong. All the animals, all the humans, even the other species, they have this tendency of wanting a companion. If you go into depth of the science of this, then it's easy to catch it. But if you cannot, then have a companion. Simple. I'll tell you both ways. One is investigating why do I need a companion? Who needs a companion? The one who doesn't feel complete alone. The one who is feeling complete all the time will not need another addition to make that a complete. Now there can be many kind of reasons. It all depends. So there is no hard and fast rule for this. Even there are saints who marry. Okay. And there are even people who have gone to a certain level and still indulging in a companion. It all depends on various factors. So we cannot simply tell one thing. It all depends because dependency are multiple. Dependency is multiple. It might be bodily need, it might be an emotional need, it might be a soulful need. Some people are very happy having platonic relationships. I mean, no physical contact at all, but they can live like friends, like anything. So, there it shows it is not obsession with the body or sexual lust. I know of friends, I know of people who live platonic relationships, especially among the Westerners also. One of my very close friends lives a very platonic relationship, and I've seen them both. So, there is still a partner there, but the requirement is different. They crave for each other's company in spiritual talks, in spiritual help. Sometimes it is even dependency on each other for the daily life needs, like maybe security, or maybe a companion to travel, or maybe a companion to cook food for someone, or thing like that. So it all depends on why do I need a companion. So there is no yes and there is no wrong. ये स्पिरिचुअलिटी में जो बोलते हैं ऐसा करना चाहिए, शादी करना ठीक नहीं है, रॉन्ग. शादी करना ही चाहिए, रॉन्ग. There are hundreds of factors, and there is no right and wrong here. If two of the spiritual beings are very spiritual, I have seen them, some of them, very spiritual beings, but they're not even married. Now you cannot go and tell you are a spiritual person and what are you doing? You don't know what is their reason, and they don't have to validate it to people, prove it to people. So this you have to find out. What is that? So if I come to a state where I am in complete non-requirement emotionally, physically, sexually, mentally, spiritually, whatever you call it, if I am complete being, then it's not needed. Any one zone is missing, you can still be in it. Get into it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There is no hard and fast rule. I will never say don't do it or do it. It all depends on what is my requirement. If can I come to that state? No. If I cannot, then go into it and give a completion, because that's a vasana. That's a tendency in me, and that will not go away just by pushing it away. Sometimes even companionship just can be with the overwhelming feeling of being loved. That's all. Childhood trauma, deep childhood trauma, deep abuse that has happened in childhood. Inner child healing on this Sunday, you will see many of these things coming if you are interested. As a child, you were never loved by your parents. You were not taken care of. Your needs never felt secure emotionally, feeling, physically. Such a child will never have tendency of love towards their parents. Whatever you do, it will not happen because they never got it. They cannot give it back. Now, when they cannot give it back, they grow up incomplete. They always feel insecure. They always feel unloved. So all that they search in the world is to be loved. So don't get confused with marriage and relationships and extramarital affairs and live in relation. All these things are okay. But the depth of that is, why do I want it? Something incomplete in my life. If I figure that incompleteness and if I heal that, there are great chances that you will not need it. We'll check that in the inner child healing. We must know why are we craving and what are we craving. Then we can get into the depth of that. And if it is a craving that whole life I never felt love, then go ahead and find someone in that healed modality. If you go with the energy of being unloved, you will always attract somebody who will never give you love. So you have to heal yourself even to attract somebody the way you want. That energy, that frequency has to come first from you, and then you get that. So we are handling it very maturely here. We are not saying it is needed or not needed. Nobody cares for that. Whenever you feel it is needed, but to give a completion, you can. And there is no age for it also. These are all society made stuff. If you find many of them don't get married because they don't get appropriate frequency people together. It's a big difficulty to get somebody of that match. So they don't want to risk. And there are people who say, okay, I'll wait for somebody, but in the meantime, they heal themselves. Now they don't want somebody. Change okay. Whatever works, that's right. But it is not sensible to suppress a feeling to be incomplete when a body is craving. If you want food, you go and have that food. I have told this. I've told it in many ways. You even you want to have a peg of vodka, and if it is very strong in you, there is no need to keep that away and think over it all night. Like Ramana said, somebody went and said, "I'm having this sexual thought, very strong." And Ramana said, "It's better to do it once and get over with it than keep thinking over it, brooding over it all over it." That's not wiseness. You have to handle life very skillfully. Don't handle life religiously. This is all that I can tell. Religiously, all dumbos will tell you a lot of things: do's and don'ts, and heaven and hell, and papa and punya, and all these things will come. You'll get stuck in it. Most of the people don't even investigate into these things because of the fear of papa, punya, good, bad, because society is there judging you everywhere. What will people think? Goli maro people. It's your life. You investigate, but give yourself time to investigate and know how to investigate. So from tomorrow we are doing the preparatory sessions daily for 1.5 hours till Saturday. We'll understand those things, and on Sunday we are going to go deep into that 1 to 6 p.m. inner child healing. We are going to tap back into our own childhood and check into the grieving child. There is a wounded child in all of us. 100%. There is a wounded child. If there is the child is not wounded, what will happen is, first symptom is you will become like a child. If you are not like a child, that child is wounded. That's how you find out whether the inner child in me is, because if it is clear, it will simply freak out. It will dance. जब उसको dance करना है, dance करेगा. When it wants to laugh, it will laugh. When it wants to cry, it will cry. Whom does it care? And it will speak the truth. It has no mask, nothing to hide from here and there. It is blissful everywhere, full of energy. So if you are that, you are a healed child, nothing to worry about. But if you are not, then the child is wounded. We all have that. It's not that only if I have abuse in my childhood, then only some problem in me. Not at all. Okay. So I think I answered that. And give yourself little more time to work on yourself, go deeply into that, how to overcome the confusion, which path is for me, and how can I find myself. I've told this, I think, a thousandth time, thousand nahi, do Upadesh Saram, you'll come to know. It's in the course. Go and do it. Spend some little money. I hardly, I think, 500 or something. Spend some good days on that. No shortcuts in life. एक तीर में कहीं हमने क्वेश्चन पूछा और आंसर मिल गया, ऐसा हुआ नहीं है. Never it has happened. You have to work on it. So I'm showing you the guidance where these things answers you will get. So don't get, like I told, I want to get this marriage problem. Don't think that somewhere one solution will come and fall into your lap and my life is changed. No, you have to work hard for it. You have to get out of it. That's why we have taken this birth, to work out all the issues. And I'm helping. I'm trying to guide because I worked out on so much muck all my life. So much of things I did. And that's when it worked for me, I'm trying to share it with others. So expect no shortcuts. Spend some time, even to know. I think I just answered how to know that there is a wound to heal the inner child. I just answered it. Probably you didn't pay attention. So I'm not going to answer it. So I think any other questions you can, if anybody wants to ask directly, can ask here also. You just have to lift your hand, and I can unmute the mic for you. Just 1 second, because I'm just seeing if YouTube is there. I'm not paying attention to the YouTube. Instagram, I think a couple of you are there. I don't know how serious this is. Instagram, I have not been so fond of before also. So if they are serious, I'll do a couple of live and see. They're serious, I'll do it there. Otherwise, I'll stop it. But Zoom is always what I'm going to be very dedicated to, because this is the work that we do, the real work. So now also, I'm just saying, we'll just break, we'll stop. I'm trying to stop the lives and we will return. So all those who are on WhatsApp group, I mean the Zoom group, can please come to the Zoom. We'll do our 15-20 minutes of deep meditation before our sleep. Not meditation, the awareness practice, and go to sleep in awareness. I got good feedbacks from many of you that sleep was good, and many of you had no dreams, or somebody had intense dreams, or somebody had this experience. That's good. It's working. So let's do that. Let me just stop the live here. So all those on Instagram and YouTube, thank you for being here. It was nice. So next 3 days we will be doing the preparatory, but that's all on Zoom. I won't be doing live here. Live is only for these kind of small bit of satsangs, but preparatory all will be done only on Zoom. So if you are interested, next 3 days it's free sessions. Sunday is the paid registered ones. I've already put it on the website. You can go and register, those who are interested. And to come to Zoom, you just have to go to shiftingtoawareness.com/join, and then just apply there, 2-3 lines, and you'll be taken care of. So thank you for your time. Bye. Okay. So one I've just closed. Okay. There is no chat here, anyways. Hey, Ruby, you're here. For a long time I'm seeing you. How are you doing? Quite been quite busy, I think.
Yes, everything's going. I feel, even though I haven't been in communication with you, I still feel like I'm in sync with what's been going on.
Wow, wow.
um,
That's good.
and but overall things are better right now. I feel like I'm going through another process of purging. I'm kind of thinking of like a cat when they have a hairball and they're about to throw it up. That something like that. But very good progress, I would say.
Very nice. Very nice.
So I'm looking
I
forward
think
to the
you must do
webinars.
this inner child, you do it. Specifically, I've never asked you to do anything, but I think this you must. Because I
Yes,
know you
thank
have
you.
kind of traumas. So you can do this.
Yes, thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll begin our practice here. I don't know how to stop this. I'm just saying. Oh, I have to find a way how to stop this because it's running and it's running. Anybody has any idea how do I stop the? Or we just do one thing. I'll just end this live here and just sign in back. Immediately, I'll shut this thing down and just sign in. As soon as we end, use the same link to join